the stocks which has all four criterias. The stock, if you found these four criterias in the stock, because earlier we were talking about business, now we are talking about stock. If we are able to find sales growth, operational leverage, margin expansion, and deleveraging complete together, or engines, these are engines of growth: sales growth, operational leverage, margin expansion, and deleveraging. If we are able to find these, we have a 10 bagger, 20 bagger, 30 bagger, or 50 bagger in our hand. A company with rapid sales growth, like today, a company which is doing a sales of, like, let's say 4,000 crore, if the company is able to do a sales of 8,000 crore in 5 years, which means that in 5 years the sales doubles. If it is able to do that, along with that there is operational leverage, means underutilized capacity. As I explained earlier, that it can produce 100, but currently the capacity utilization is at 65 or 70. So without doing much, without spending on capacity expansion, if there is a demand in market, they can produce from 70, they can increase their production from 70 to 100, and they can sell more. So how this can be achieved? Sales growth can be achieved by this high operational leverage. So the stocks, the companies which are currently trading at lower capacity utilization, working at lower capacity utilization. Then comes margin expansion. Margin expansion, see, there are companies which currently they do, you don't make big money when the margins are stagnant. You make big money, I'm talking about big money, 10x 20x kind of a thing. You make big money when the margins expands. So currently if the company is doing a margin of 10% and the margins are low because asset sweating is not happening. Asset sweating मतलब क्या है? आपके पास एक मशीन है और उसका पूरा यूटिलाइजेशन नहीं हो रहा है आपका, तो आपका मार्जिन लो रहेगा. But if you are able to sweat that asset, on the same asset, you don't have to spend extra fixed asset, but on the same asset, by focusing on some variable cost, variable cost can be limited, but fixed cost is huge. Without spending much on fixed cost, just by focusing on variable cost, and you can make big margins. Do you agree to this? And if you have understood this concept, please comment in the comment box. Understood. Your margins expand when you can sweat your assets well. Optimum utilization of available resources. So if you are able to understand this, if you are able to find out the companies which are having low margins, but they can increase their margins because of better utilization in future, capacity utilization in future, the margins can expand. So I have found, like, Steel Authority when I found, so I'd like to just share the screen so that you have a better understanding of that concept. So Steel Authority, when I found it in last year, see, first let us look at the charts from 2020, 2019, 2020. See, the stock was available at 33, 34 rupees in October 2020, and the stock went on to become a multi-bagger, and the stock went up to 144. Stock went up to 144, and why it went up? Let us look at the reasons. 30 to 150, which is 5x. Why it went up 5x? The stock went up 5x because I said that 4 engines. First of all, sales growth. See, March 2020, they used to do a sales of 60,000 crore. Today they are doing a sales of 96,000 crore. So sales growth hua hai. Now margin expansion. After March 2018, they were doing a margin, because this is when I found this opportunity sale, 2018, 2019. They were doing a margin of 8 to 15%, in between 8% earlier. See, this is when I started looking at that company. This is when I got convinced about this company, that margin expansion ho sakta hai, sales growth ho sakta hai, bahut kuch ho sakta hai. So they were doing a margin of 8% OPM, operating profit margin. Currently, the margins went up from 8% to 24%. So see, just because the sales have doubled, a lot of people think कि sales double हो जाएगा तो profit double हो जाएगा. It doesn't happen like that. It depends upon margins also. ज्यादा बेच रहे हो और अच्छे मार्जिन पे बेच रहे हो, you create that abnormal, super normal profits when you do that. So March 2017, 0 operating profit margin. March 2018, 8% margin. Now from sales, they have been able to double the sales, nearly double the sales from 2018 to 2022. 57,000 crore. Today they are doing 96,000 crore. When March 2018, they were doing a profit of loss of 280 crore. So this is when I started looking at this in between this 2018-19 period. 2,000 crore ka company, because a lot of people think that profits consistently, but it is not like that. Most of the businesses are cyclical, as I said. So this company was able to grow their margins because steel prices gone up. There are a lot of reasons for that. But the profits went up from 280 crores to 13,000 crore. So profits went up how much? More than 10x. अगर profit 10x हो रहा है, lot of people try to predict कि वो stock कैसे 10x होगा based on technicals and all. It is very difficult. If you understand a business well, because nobody can predict the stock price. If you can, but prediction of business is easier than prediction of stock prices or economy. Nobody can predict the stock market, but if you can forecast the profits, you're going to make money. So stock went up. The reason for that was the profits went up more than 10 times, and that is the reason why stock went up. So stock went up earlier than the profits came, because the people, 1% people who are driving this stock up are the people who understand 5-year forward, 3-year forward PE.